एमन दयाल तो नहीं है, एमन दयाल तो नहीं है, मार के प्रेम दे दयाल तो नहीं है। ओरे अपराधे दूरे जाबे पाबे प्रेम धन, अपराधे दूरे जाबे पाबे प्रेम धन। अपराधे दूरे जाबे पाबे प्रेम धन। ओ नामे अपराध विचार तो नहीं है, ओ नामे अपराध विचार तो नहीं है। तखन कृष्ण नामे रुचि आबे गुचिबे बंधन, कृष्ण नामे रुचि आबे गुचिबे बंधन। कृष्ण नामे रुचि आबे गुचिबे बंधन। ललिताई चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मन, नाच रे अमर मन, नाच रे अमर मन। दयालिताई चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मन, दयालिताई चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मन। अनुरक्त हबे है, अनुरक्त हबे है, कृष्ण नामे अनुरक्त हबे है। तखन अनायासे सबल हबे जीवेर जीवन, तखन अनायासे सबल हबे जीवेर जीवन। जीवन तो मिचे है, जीवन तो मिचे है, कृष्ण रति बिना जीवन तो मिचे है। वृंदावने राधा श्यामेर पाबे दर्शन, वृंदावने राधा श्यामेर पाबे दर्शन। गौर कृपा हले है, गौर कृपा हले है, ऐसे वृंदावने राधा श्यामेर पाबे दर्शन। दयालिताई चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मन, दयालिताई चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मन। नाच रे अमर मन, नाच रे अमर मन। दयालिताई चैतन्य बोले नाच रे अमर मन। श्रील भक्तिविनोद ठाकुर की जय, श्री श्री निताय गौरांग की जय। Chanting the holy name, Dayal Nitai Chaitanya. Oh my mind, please dance. Oh my mind, please dance. Oh my mind, please dance. Oh, such a merciful personality as Nityananda Prabhu is not to be found anywhere. He suffers a beating from Jagai and Madai and still gives them the love of God. Oh, when your offenses are being vanquished, you will obtain the treasure of love of God. But in these names of Chaitanya and Nityananda, there are no considerations of offenses. Once you have tasted for the holy name of Krishna, bondage to this world will come to an end. Oh, when there is attachment to the holy name of Krishna, the life of a living being very easily becomes successful. Oh, without the affection for Krishna, life is simply useless. At the end of life, you will obtain the beautiful vision of Radha and Shyam in Vrindavan, but only when the mercy of Lord Gaura is first received. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Gyananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Tadati Swapadantigam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padagamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamsha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nidhi Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaura Tushe Nama He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Nilachala Nivasaya Nityaya Paramatmane Balabhadra Subhadrabhyam Jagannathaya Te Nama Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Evacha Padidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Today is a very auspicious day. Today is Srila Ramananda Rai Disappearance Day. 2 years ago, on this day, on this tithi, we are blessed that in this Newtown, their Lordship Shri Shri Nitai Gauranga descended. So this is also the Brahmotsav of Shri Shri Nitai Gauranga. So we are doing a small celebration today, but public celebration and big celebration will be on 9th of June, Sunday, where all are invited, all the devotees and all the servants of Nitai Gauranga. They're invited. So we'll be having a wonderful program from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Basera Banquets in Newtown. So we are very happy today to celebrate this festival of Shri Shri Nitai Gaurang Brahmotsav in small way here in temple. I am feeling very honored and very happy to be present on this occasion, and feeling extremely grateful for opportunity to speak something about Nitai Gauranga, and I seek blessings of all wonderful devotees assembled here so I can speak something for my own purification. We seek blessings of Ramana Rai on today's day. Ramana Rai is a very exalted personality, intimate associate of Lord Chaitanya. We see earlier Raman Rai was a governor of Madras, having big administrative position, and he was a great devotee. But nobody was able to understand him, especially influential people like Sarum Bhattacharya in this in Puri. He was not able to understand his position. Many times he was thinking, what kind of this Raman Rai is such a sentimental fellow, no? He should study some Vedanta. He should be, he's a governor. He should be little grave. He was not able to appreciate. But later on, when Sri Chetma delivered Sarambha Bhattacharya, she had realized, oh, this Raman Rai, he was speaking about all these things earlier. That time I couldn't understand. Now I understand. He's such an exalted person. And when Chetan Mahaprabhu decided to go for South India Yatra, Sarambha Bhattacharya tried his best to stop him. But finally, when he couldn't stop and when he realized he's going to South India, then he made one request that, my dear Lord, when you go to South India, you please meet Ramananda Rai. You will be very happy to meet him because he's very exalted devotee of Krishna. Earlier, I made fun of him. Earlier, I offended him. I didn't know his glories. Uh, but by your mercy, now I understand his glories. So please make a point to meet this great person like Raman Rai during your South India Yatra. So we see that Sri Chetmapu, when he went to South India, he went to Kur on the banks of Narmada, and he spent many days and nights talking with Raman Rai, having one-to-one discussion. An amazing aspect of Sri Chetmapu was that Chetmapu was asking questions to Raman Rai, and Raman Rai was answering, and he revealed to the whole world deep transcendental truths. Chetmapu asked about sadhya and sadhan. What is the topmost goal of life and how to achieve? And Ramana described that beautifully, and that description is very beautifully, elaborately dis- written by Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami in Chaitanya Chaitamrita. And later on, we see that how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu requested Raman Rai that, my dear Raman, how can I live without you? So I'm going to South India, and when I return back to Puri, you please retire from your office and come back to Puri and give me your association. Can you imagine? Whole world was hankering for Lord Chaitanya association, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was hankering for association of Raman Rai. And we see how Raman Rai resigned from being governor. He sent resignation letter to King Prataprudra, and when Prataprudra heard, he was so happy. He said, my dear Raman Rai, you are so fortunate. You are getting opportunity to associate Lord Chaitanya. I have been trying to get association Lord Chaitanya, but I am not getting interview. I am not getting appointment. Lord Chaitanya is not even agreeing to meet me. But you are so fortunate that he has invited you to be with him, stay with him, to be his associate. Hmm? So I'm so happy. He said, I immediately accept your resignation, and you can peacefully serve Lord Chaitanya, and you will get same salary. You don't have to work, and you don't have any anxiety, financial anxiety. You will continue to get same amount of salary what you are getting as a governor of Madras, and you peacefully serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we see that Raman Rai then served Mahaprabhu. He was always with Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always with these two devotees, Sarup Damodar Goswami and Raman Rai. And especially the most exalted sentiments of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, no ordinary people could understand, but these two personalities would be able to understand. And accordingly, they would sing songs, recite verses from Bhagvatam, and give great joy to Lord Chaitanya. Day and night, they're always serving Lord Chaitanya. We see one time Pradyumna Mishra, he came to hear about Krishna Katha from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya said, I am a Mayavadi Sandhya. What do I know about Krishna? He said, if you want to learn about Krishna, rather than Krishna pastimes, you should go and hear from Raman Rai. And when Pradyumna Mishra went to house of Raman Rai, he was bewildered by his activities. He waited, and then he came back. And then Lord Chaitanya asked, did you hear? He said, no. And he told all his doubts about Raman Rai. And then Lord Chaitanya glorified Raman Rai. He said he's so exalted. His heart is filled with pure love for Krishna. He has no drop of iota of lust in his heart. He said, when I even touch a wooden or when I see even wooden form of women, I get agitated. But Ramananda is so exalted. He is not on this material plane. He is completely situated in transcendent plane, free from all lust, and he is 100% absorbed in serving Radha and Krishna on spiritual platform. And he is the person who can speak about Radha Krishna pastimes. So again, Pradyumna Mishra went and heard from Raman Rai, and he was in so much ecstasy. So Raman Rai is a great authority on topics of Radha and Krishna, and Lord Chaitanya personally heard from him. So today is his day, his disappearance day, and on this auspicious day of his disappearance, uh, we are so blessed that Shri Nitai Gauranga descended at Newtown. So they have descended in our lives. They have descended to make everyone chant and dance. They are the lords and the masters of all of us here, and we are fortunate to be their servants. Param Karuna Bahudui Jana Nitai Gaura Chandra. This Nitai Gauranga, they are most merciful. Sabhavatara Sarashiromani Keval Ananda Kanda. They are the essence of all incarnations, and they have given the process of God realization, which is Kevala Ananda Kanda, which is simply joyful. In this Kali Yuga, people are very, very dull headed and sinful and very unfortunate. But Lord Chaitanya has given this Sankirtan movement, which is very attractive. We see Srila Prabhupada went to America, and even hippies, they got attracted, especially by to this chanting and dancing. This chanting and dancing is so attractive. Even people who are sinful, meat eaters, drunkards, womanizers, when they see dancing, they also get attracted. Just last week I was doing some program, and in the end of program, I just explained them about dancing, and how to dance and how to sing, and we had dancing kirtans. And after that, we had prasad, and then we are discussing what they liked. We had an elaborate session discussing different philosophy, also question answers, many things. But when I was inquiring what they liked, even most new people, they said, what we like dancing, this chanting and dancing, so wonderful. They're saying we are in so much stress and anxiety. Just by coming, we are feeling so fresh and alive and inspired. So this chanting, dancing, the process which is given by Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda, that's so wonderful that most fallen people, most sinful people, huh, those who are intoxicated with wine and those who go in bars to chant, sing and dance, when they come here and when they chant and dance, drinking the nectar of holy name, they can also experience great joy, satisfaction, can get something special. So this is mercy of Lord Chaitanya. They have come to give this very beautiful and perfect process of self-realization, which is perfect for the people of this age. And Lord has appeared in this beautiful form of deities, Nitai Gauranga. Pratima nahi tumi sakshat Vrajendra Nandana. Deities are not just statues, but they're persons themselves. God is a person, He has a beautiful form, and Lord is so merciful that because unqualified materialistic people cannot see the transcendent form of Lord, Lord descends in a deity form, which is transcendent form, but also is observable to the mundane eyes. So this deity is spiritual, is Krishna, is Nitai, is Gauranga themselves. And they are completely spiritual person. And great mercy of them is that we can see them with our eyes and we can serve them with our body, words, and mind. There are many incarnations of Lord, and this Archivigraha incarnation or deity incarnation especially uh, descends to give opportunity to serve. Uh, Different incarnations have different purposes. Like what was purpose of Narsimhadev who just appeared few days back? Hmm? What was purpose of Narsimhadev? To kill Hiranyakashipu and give protection to Prahlad and all devotees. No? What was purpose of Lord Ramchandra? He came to kill Ravana and give pleasure to his devotees by performing many wonderful pastimes. So different incarnation, different purpose. Varadev, he appeared to save Mother Earth. Matsya, Kurma, everybody has their every incarnation has different purpose. They come for a specific purpose. So Archivigraha incarnation, deity incarnation, specifically comes to shower mercy on conditioned souls by giving them opportunity to serve. The purpose of Archivigraha or deities is we get opportunity to personally serve them and get purified. And we get opportunity to see them. We get opportunity to feed them. We get opportunity to take prasad of them. We get opportunity to dress them, bathe them, cook for them, clean for them, build temple for them, take care of their home temple. So many services. When deities come in temple, mm, so many services. Practically, lakhs of people can get engaged. Mm. When deities arrive, they become the center of the community. They become center of the place, and everybody desires to serve them, and everybody gets opportunity to serve. Um, Sometimes people say that when sometimes how can we say that deities are not different from Lord? We see sometimes some thieves come stole them. Sometimes we see some rats come and make it dirty. How can we? There was one person he saw in DT some rats moving, no, or some insects moving. He said, "Hey, this is just a statue." Hmm. So if they would be person, they would themselves, remove these things, or uh, if they would person, their temple would not be looted and all these things. But actually, the purpose of deity is different. Purpose of deity is not to kill demons. Purpose of deity is not to show the prowess to the people and destroy them, destroy the thieves and all these things. Purpose of deity is to give opportunity for everybody to serve. If temple is dirty, that is not that deity have to clean the temple. That devotee gets opportunity to clean the temple. If there are thieves, devotees get opportunity to protect the temple. Not that deities have to protect. Uh, Deities come in a childlike form. Like childlike form is a child is helpless in one sense, and that gives opportunity for mother and father to serve. So this is the specialty of deity. Deities, they are all powerful, but they give us opportunity to serve. Like Krishna is all powerful, But Krishna is giving opportunity to Mother Yashoda to feed uh, Krishna. Now one may say, what kind of God is he? He's crying. And then Mother Yashoda has to feed when no, there's lightning and thunder. Krishna is coming and holding to the sari of Krishna, Yashoda, and out of fear. What kind of God is he? Yes, God is there giving pleasure to Mother Yashoda and giving opportunity for Mother Yashoda to serve. It is His mercy, it is all His love. And it's Mother Yashoda who wants to serve Krishna in that way. So He's reciprocating. So because devotees want to serve Krishna, Krishna also takes that form to accept the service. So there are different forms of Lord, which manifest different qualities, and does different and has different purpose. So especially these deities have come to bless us with the opportunity to serve. We have been now busy, engaged in service of Maya. We are busy, engaged in serving our mind and senses. And because of serving our mind and senses and our lust and false ego and all these things, we are suffering terribly in this world. We are miserable, we are frustrated, we are depressed. And they have so mercifully come to save us from service of Maya, to save us from service of our uncontrolled mind and senses, and give us opportunity to serve them and experience joy, experience bliss, experience happiness, experience perfection of life. Just by serving deities, one can experience great joy and achieve all perfection. One time we see Sri Nityananda Prabhu and Gaurang Mahaprabhu, they were traveling mm, from place to place doing Sankirtan, and they came to Ambika Kalna, where their very dear servant Gauridas Pandit was there. When Gauridas Pandit saw Nitai and Gauranga, he became so joyful. He received them. He very nicely welcomed them, nicely made a wonderful arrangement for their stay, wonderful arrangement for prasad, and I was so happy serving them, and wonderful programs and Sankirtan and all these things. And he was days passed, few days passed, some week passed, and he was so absorbed in serving them, so happy. And after some days, then Nityan Prabhu and Chetmabu said, "My dear Gauridas Pandit, now we have to take your leave. Please bless us so that we can continue with our journey." So Gauridas Pandit said, "My dear Lord, how can you leave? And if you leave, how can I how can you expect me to live in this world? If you leave from this place, I will leave my body. I cannot live without you. I cannot survive without you." They said, "No, no. We have important. We have come for service, preaching mission. So we have to live." He said, "My dear Lord, you can't live, otherwise I will leave my body." Then Chaitanya said, "Okay." Then he said, "I will give my deity form to you so that you will not find separation." So Lord Chaitanya arranged from a neem tree to carve the deities of Nityananda and Chaitanya himself. And Chaitanya personally gave the deities Nitai Gauranga to Gauridas Pandit and said, "Now you can worship us in this form of deities. And please give us permission that we can live." Uh, and Lord Chaitanya said, "We are non different from our deities. Hmm? If we serve deities, it is directly service to us. Hmm? So you should not feel separation." Then Gauridas Pandit said, "Oh, my dear Lord, you are saying that you are non different from your deities. So my request is, let deities go on Harinam Sankirtan and you stay back." You and deities are non different. Wonderful, no problem. So let deities go on. You said you are important preaching work and all, so you have to go. So let deities go. You stay back here with me and give me a opportunity to serve you, feed you, take care of you. Then Lord Chaitanya said, "Okay." So Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, hmm, they just raised hands, and the deities lowered their hands, and deity started walking, and he was stunned. He said, hey, Nitai Gauranga are running. So immediately ran behind them. He said, where are you going? Where are you going? He said, you only said we can go. Hmm? Uh, so he said, no, 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 you should stay back. Let them go. And then Nitai Gauranga, again, they raised their hands. They took form of deity. And then Nityan Prabhu and Gaurama, they lowered their hands and they started walking. And we saw this Nityan Prabhu and Gaurama were walking. They're going. He got confused. He ran behind them. He said, my dear Lord, where are you going? How are you leaving me? He said, you said you can go. So we are leaving. Then he said, no, no, you stay back. Let them go. so, so, and then couple of times it happened. Then finally he realized deities are not different from Nitai Gauranga. And then he started happily serving them. And one time when he was doing Arti, this Gauridas Pandit of Nitai Gauranga, he had sent his disciple to invite people for Gaur Purnima festival. So when that his disciple had gone to invite people for the festival, and when people were coming, he had a huge, loud Nagar Sankirtan on the bank of Ganga. And then Gauridas Pandit was doing pujari in this thing, DT service, and all of a sudden DT jumped from the altar and ran. And he was wondering where they're running. He started running behind them. And it is ran to the place where Harinam Sankirtan was going. Lord Chaitanya Nityan likes Harinam Sankirtan. Wherever they are, Harinam Sankirtan, they are there. So they started dancing and jumping and in ecstasy with Gauridas Pandit disciple and all the devotees, all the people who had come. And there was great Harinam Sankirtan. And this Gauridas Pandit was very upset. He said, I am serving Lord. I am doing deity worship. I am trying to want to feed prasad and they are leaving. So he came with the stick to beat the Lord. How can you go without eating boga? Jai Shri Shri Nitai Gauranga ki jai. So he went. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw this Gauridas Pandit has come with a stick, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became so scared of Gauridas Pandit's stick that he jumped in the heart of his disciple. And that's how later on his disciple got the name Hriday Chaitanya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in whose heart took shelter. So these deities are not just ordinary stone or wood, they are Lord themselves. And it is their great mercy that we have opportunity to serve. Any opportunity we get to serve, opportunity to sing for them, dance for them, clean their temple, feed them, wash their plates, dress them, bathe them, or uh, become instrument in the hands and spread their message. Especially Lord Chaitanya Nitya have come for preaching purpose to deliver the fallen conditioned souls. So we see how Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they were always traveling and trying to give their mercy to fallen conditioned souls. We see in general in this material world, those who are materially very wealthy, it's very difficult to make them Krishna conscious because they think wealth is money, wealth itself is God. They think God is money, this money is God, and they worship the money only. And it's very difficult for them to take to spiritual life, Krishna consciousness. So, Nityan Prabhu went to one place where all the mm, merchants were staying, especially Suvarnavanik. Suvarnavanik means gold merchants. So there is description how Nityan Prabhu went to Adi Saptagram, which is just nearby. That Adi Saptagram was the hub of all merchants, very rich people, all jewel gold merchants. So how Nityan Prabhu, one of his very dear asset was there, Udarananda Thakur. He was also gold merchant, and because he became devotee, he arrange Lord Nityananda to come to his village and deliver all the gold merchants. Prabhupada writes that he comes in the lineage of this Udaran Datta Thakur, Suvarnavanik family, So, generally, mercantile community is very difficult to mm, make them Krishna conscious. But we say Lord Nityananda went there, personally chanted and danced. He went to house and did kirtans. He went to every street and he made everybody devotee. And in Adi Saptakam, there is description that there used to be so huge and loud kirtans and so ecstatic kirtans that everybody would just forget their thirst, forget their hunger, forget their sleep, forget their fear, and just loudly chant, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So all merchants actually became devotees by mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. And in Adi Saptagram, who were Muslims were there, when they used to see all this merchant chanting and dancing, and just by singing, they also joined, and they also became devotees. So this is actually mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu doesn't spare anybody, whoever he may be, however attached he may be into the material world. Just by giving them holy names, he delivers them. So after delivering all the people of Adi Saptagram, later on he went to Shantipur. And went to Shantipur, and when Advaitacharya saw him, he offered obeisance to him, and he went and embraced him, and both of them cried tears of joy and love. And after that, Advaitacharya started offering many beautiful prayers to Nityananda Prabhu. So Sadhvacharya chants these prayers, offer this. Tumi Nityananda Murti Nityananda Nam Murti Manta Tumi Chaitanya Rashunadham Sarvajiva Paritrana Tumi Mahahetu Mahapralayet Tumi Satya Dharma Setu तुम्ही से भुजाओ चैतन्य र प्रेम भक्ति तुम्ही से चैतन्य बक्षे धर पूर्ण शक्ति ब्रह्मा शिव नारदादि भक्त नाम यार तुम्ही से परम उपदेष्ट सर्वकार विष्णु भक्ति सबाय पायन तोमा हैते तथापियो अभिमान ना स्पर्शे तोमाते पतित पावन तुम्ही दया दृष्टि शून्य तो मारे से जाने यार अच्छे बहु पुण्य सर्व यज्ञमय यही विग्रह तुम्हार अविद्य बंधन खाओ स्मरे न यहार यदि तुम्ही प्रकाश ना कर अपनारे तबे कर शक्ति आछे जानिते तुम्हारे अक्रोध परमानंद तुम्ही महेश्वर सहस्त्र बदन आदि देव माहिधर रक्षकुल हस्त तुम्ही श्री लक्ष्मण चंद्र तुम्ही गोपपुत्र हलधर मूर्तिमंत मूर्ख नीच आधम पतित उद्धारिते तुम्ही अवतीर्ण हयेचे पृथ्वीते ये भक्ति मंचाये योगेश्वर मुनिगणे तोमा हैते तथा पायबे येते जने. So Advaitacharya is saying, my dear Nityananda, your name is Nityananda, and indeed you are Nityananda, eternally bliss. You are always joyful. You are always intoxicated with love for Krishna and always joyful. You are the form of Sri Chaitanya's transcendental qualities. He delivers all living beings and protect religious principles at the time of annihilation. You descended to give Chaitanya Prema Bhakti. Indeed, you are the full potency of Lord Chaitanya. So Lord Nityananda gives Prema of Lord Chaitanya. Prema Chaitanya Bhakti. You teach supreme knowledge to devotees headed by Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and Narada. Everyone receives Vishnu Bhakti from you, yet you are untouched by pride. Nityananda Prabhu makes everybody devotees, and he is bestowing mercy and bhakti to everyone, but he is very humble. You deliver the fallen souls without seeing their faults. Only the very pious can know you. So Lord Nityananda is delivering very sinful people like Jagai Madai, and he doesn't see anybody's faults. You are the only enjoyer of sacrifices. Simply remembering you destroys the bondage of ignorance at once. If you do not manifest yourself, then who can understand you? You are the most blissful Supreme Lord, completely free from anger. You are the thousand headed Ananta, who holds the universe on his hoods. You are Sri Lakshman Chandra, destroyer of the Rakshasa dynasty. You are Haladara, son of a coward. You descended to save the fallen, wretched, foolish, and low class people. So, Advaita is saying, you are Anand Shesha, you are Lakshman, you are Balramji, and you have now come as Akrodha, without any anger, Premananda, come with great love. And for what purpose? To save the fallen, wretched, foolish, and low class people. Kaliuga is filled with all these people. So, Nityananda has come to deliver all these people. By your mercy, everyone easily achieves the devotional service that is aspired for by great sages and mystic yogis. Great personalities who have been performing thousands of years of tapasya to get bhakti. Nityananda is easily uh, delivering that uh, without seeing anybody's qualification. So that is our good fortune. We see when Srila Prabhupada went, he established Nitai Gauranga, especially Nityananda, because he saw in Western world people are so fallen. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati extra established Radha Govind Mahaprabhu. Uh, but Prabhupada additionally established Nityananda because Nityananda is very merciful. He doesn't see anybody's faults and he just gives mercy. We see when Nityananda, after Shantipur, he went to Navadip to meet Sachimata. And after meeting Sachimata, he went to the house of Hiranya uh, Pandit. Hiranya Pandit's house was in little secluded place. And there so many devotees came and they were having blissful kirtans. And Nityananda was very gorgeously dressed. Uh, his whole hands were filled with gold armlets, arms and bangles and necklace, turban, and whole body was filled with so many jewels and diamonds and gold and silver and so many valuables. So one Brahmana who had become a great dacoit and thief, and who was the leader of thieves, when he saw Nityananda, he became so enchanted, and he started traveling with Nityananda here and there, and then he calculated all the wealth of Nityananda, how much he's having, and then later on he went to his all the gang, all his dacoit gang, and he told, "Arey, this Durga Devi, Chandi, has been very pleased with us. Now forget all the suffering of this world. Chandi has blessed us. She has sent this Avduta, Nityananda, and this Avduta is wearing so much wealth. Practically, it is difficult to count the value of it. It's millions of rupees, and this Avduta is always Avdut, transcendental. It is very easy to rob him. So now he has come and he's doing Sankirtan in the house of Hiranya Pandit. He's there. So we'll plan, and when Nityananda sleeps, we'll all go and rob him. And all our poverty, all our suffering, all our misery will be over forever. When we rob Nityananda, there's nothing else. There is no need to rob anybody else in future. He has having such valuable jewelry and gold and rubies and special diamonds. So all thieves were very enlivened. They said, "Great!" And all of them made a plan that in midnight, they will go and rob. So all of them went in midnight and they surrounded the house of Pandit, Hiranya Pandit. And then they sent some spy to check what's happening in the house. The spy went and they saw that devotees are doing kirtans and now Nityananda is taking prasadam and people are in different transcendental emotions. People are loudly shouting Hari Bol, and uh, very joyful environment is there. So that spy came and told that Nityananda is taking prasadam and all his associates are chanting, dancing, all these things. Then this commander, the leader of the dacoits, he said, "Okay, So let's wait for some time. After he finished prasad and goes to bed, we'll rob him. And then all thieves, they started discussing. One of them was saying, I will steal the necklace of, pearl necklace of Nityananda. That is mine. Other was saying, he has a gold necklace also. That gold necklace is mine. Other said, "Oh, he has, his arms are filled with golden, uh, armlets. So they are mine." Somebody was saying his ear rings, and no, they are mine. So everybody was imagining how they will loot different parts of jewelry of Nityananda and enjoy. And they were discussing like that. And all of a sudden, by Nityananda's transcendental potency, Nidra Devi came and made them fall asleep. And all of them had come with swords and daggers and very dangerous, dangerous weapon. And they were sitting under the tree, and by Nidra Devi's potency, all of them slept. And then later on, when morning came, the birds started chirping and crows started cawing and all this thing, And then they got up, and then they saw, "Arey, the sun has already risen up." And so many people are passing by, and they saw their swords and all the weapons were visible. So immediately they ran away. They said somehow or other were saved, nobody saw us. And then they went to their place, mm, head office, headquarters, Adda. uh, and one of the thieves started blasting another. "You rascal, you fool, you slept yesterday night first, and that's why other people slept." He said, "No, were you awake to see who slept and who you slept?" And then they were fighting among themselves, how we messed up whole night. Instead of robbing, we just slept. uh, and when they were fighting among each other, the leader came and he said, "Hey, don't fight, don't blame each other." He said, "The fact that no, we went and we slept must be that Chandi Devi is not very happy with us." He said, "We forgot to worship Chandi and we went to loot. We have to please this goddess Chandi. Only when goddess Chandi will please, we'll be able to rob." So he said, "We should today, we'll worship goddess Chandi very nicely. We'll give her first class meat, first class wine, first class worship, and then night we'll go and rob." So then they said, "Yes, yes, we have to worship Chandi." Then they did a first class worship of Chandi, and then again night they went. Big gang, and they again surrounded whole Hiranya Pandit's house, and again they sent spies to check what's happening. And when when he saw such a huge guards were there, like such tall and such strong, and they were chanting "Hari Hari, Hari Hari," and they were going back and forth all around. And he saw, Bapre, he was so powerful and so huge. It appeared that one person is sufficient to kill everybody. And there are many guards like that. So he came and told her, "Hey, I don't know from where these guards have come." Somebody said, "Maybe this, I have heard of Nityananda is some great personality. Maybe because he's a very great person, some great guards have come who are not of this ordinary place. Maybe he's some great personality." And somebody was saying, "Really, maybe, uh, I have also heard Nityananda is great Mahashay, Gosai, this, that. Maybe he's being protected by such special guards." So different discussion was going on. The leader of the commander, the leader of this, they said, "Arey, what nonsense you are talking? This Gosai, this Nitai, do you think he's Avdut and Mahashay and Gosai, all this thing? Arey, he is no ordinary person. But maybe some rich man has come to see him. And maybe because rich man has come, big guards also have come. Sometimes we see some big person comes with him, security comes. So maybe this big person has come, so now security is there. How long big person will stay? He will stay here for few days. After that, he will go. Then security will also go. Earlier there was no security. Now that security has come, maybe because big man has come. When this man goes, we'll rob Nityananda. So then he said, "We'll come after a week or 10 days." Let that, whoever the special guest has come with security, let him go. And afterwards, again, mm, after few days, week or 10 days, then again they made all preparations. They got their all weapons, swords and daggers and different, and they were great. Again they worship Chandi and great enthusiasm. They came. They said, "Today we are going to rob." And that day was the darkest night, just like Amavasya night, and it was so dark. Even it was difficult to move around. And then when they were marching, they were very enthusiastic to rob Nityanpur. But all of a sudden they saw all of them became blind and they were not able to see. And then one person fall in ditch, another again fall in some other pit. And then when they fell, so many mosquitoes started biting them, so many bugs started biting them, and some fell in the pit where it was filled with thorns. And then Indradev started showering rains, and there was thunder and lightning, and they are started all suffering terribly. And they were feeling that they were feeling so much pain and misery. They were feeling it's better to die than suffer. And all thieves were in suffering terribly, crying, and this thing. And this leader of the dacoits, he was also suffering terribly and crying and no. And then all of a sudden he realized maybe actually this Nityananda must be really some special person. Otherwise, how we are not able to rob him? How is that we are able to suffer? Maybe we have offended Nityan, that's why we are suffering. So this thought came to this leader's mind, and then he started praying to Nityanpu. He said, "Oh my dear Nitai, oh please forgive us. We are so sinful, we are so rogue. Instead of trying to serve you, we try to plunder you, and now we are suffering. And please forgive us. Please give us shelter. There's no one other than you who can save us." As soon as he humbly, helplessly started praying, immediately rain stopped. Immediately, they got the eyesight back. Immediately, all the sufferings went. And immediately, uh, they were relieved of all the miseries. And then this dacoit and all thieves, they realized this Nityanpu is very, very merciful. So that night, then they went back home. The next day, morning, then this dacoit leader came came and fell at the feet of Nityananda, and I was crying and crying and begging that my dear Nityananda, please bless me, please forgive me. And all the devotees were wondering because they knew this dacoit. He was earlier Brahmana, but he had become very sinful, and there was no sin which he had not committed, and everybody was very fearful of him. They were thinking, is he making drama or what? Then Nityananda asked him to get up and said, "Ask, why are you crying? Please explain." And this dacoit explained the entire story, how they have been trying to rob and how they were suffered, and how just by calling out Nityananda's name, they were saved from all the miseries. And he said that dacoit leader said, "My dear Nityanand, now I have realized you are not ordinary person, you are supreme personality of Godhead. Only you can save us from dark days of ignorance and the miseries of this material world." And when Nityanand heard him and seeing that he has sincerely listened, he blessed him. And then Nityan Prabhu, all of us said, along with dacoit, they all started chanting and dancing. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And dacoit started showing symptoms of love of God. Here started on end, here started falling in eyes. All Ashtasattva Vikar came, and he was completely blessed by Nityanpu with love for Krishna. And then he requested Nityanpu, please let me know how I can serve you. So Nityanpu said, you have special service. He said, you should go around and you should uh, bless all the dacoits and make them devotees. And how you have been freed from suffering, you should save all other dacoits from suffering and make them great devotees of Krishna. Then same dacoit leader later on made so many dacoit. He made dacoit Harinam Sankirtan party. And they became transcendent Vaishnavas, gave up all their sinful activities. So we see this Nityananda Prabhu. He doesn't see anybody's faults, he doesn't see anybody's disqualifications. Marke Prem De, Jagai Madai bet Nityan Prabhu, but he gave them love for Krishna. Hmm. So we see Nityan Prabhu is very, very merciful. And only by mercy of Nityan Prabhu can we get mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also Namo Mahavadanyaya. He has come in a very merciful form. He delivered Mayavadis like Prakashan Sarva, who are the great offenders. Mayavad Bas Sunila Hoile Sarvanash. They are greatest offenders, but Mahaprabhu delivered even great offenders. Sam Bhattacharya was so attached to, impersonal, he delivered him. Pratapruddha Maharaj was a king. Mm, Mahaprabhu delivered him. And we see when he was going on South India Yatra, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivered that dhobi. We say that, we remember that dhobi who comes in Ram Lila and who started speaking against Mother Sita, because of which Lord Ram exiled Mother Sita. So that dhobi mm, comes in Krishna Lila and becomes dhobi of Kamsa. We see in Krishna Lila, when Krishna Balram and all his assets enter Mathura, they wanted to have a wonderful dress and they saw the dhobi, same dhobi, and they requested, my dear dhobi, you give us some clothes. Dhobi became so angry, he said, oh my dear coward boys, how dare you ask me the clothes? Don't you know this clothes? These clothes are Kamsa's clothes. And here there are so many spies around. If anybody hears you, they will immediately catch you and throw you in jail. Don't you know? How dare you are asking this clothes? And he blasted at Krishna and Balram, and coward boys. And when Krishna looked at him, he just, with his finger, he just chopped off his hand, chopped off his head. He did not need Sudarshan Chakra or sword or something. With his finger only, his head was, cut off. Krishna could understand. He's same, Dhobi who created great difficulty in last time, for Mother Sita. And now he's again still blaspheming. He just chopped off his head. No discussion, no this thing. And then everybody was frightened and ran away. So, same Dhobi comes in mm, Kali Yuga. And when Lord Chaitanya is going to South India, he sees this same Dhobi washing clothes on the banks of river. And then Lord Chaitanya remembers and he says, this Dhobi need to be delivered. He is not saying his disqualification, but Chaitanya is very merciful. He is ready to forgive all the offenses and ready to deliver. So he goes and tells Dhobi, my dear Dhobi, please chant once Hari, Hari. Dhobi said, I am very busy, get lost, I have no time. Lord Chaitanya says, no, please, once you chant Hari Hari. Dhobi said, don't you see so much clothes are there? I have to wash and get ready and go back. Lord Chaitanya said, I will take care of clothes, don't worry. You just chant once, Hari Hari. He said, no, I have no time. He said, no, please, once. No? And Dhobi thought that, I think I cannot escape him. Let me just chant once Hari Hari, get rid of him. So he said, mm, or rather he said, I don't want to chant this Hari Hari, something like that. And he said, Hari Hari. Then just Hari Hari. Once he chanted Hari Hari, he couldn't stop chanting Hari Hari. He started Hari Hari, 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 Hari. And he started chanting and dancing. And then Lord Chaitanya went behind the tree and started watching. All clothes were lying there, and he was raising hands and chanting, Hari Hari, Hari Hari, Hari Hari, Hari Hari. And his wife, she was waiting. Afternoon happened. Generally, my husband comes with the clothes. Today he has not come. What's the matter? So she comes to river to check, riverside, river bank. What is the matter? When she comes, she says, the clothes are lying here and there, unwashed. And this, her husband, He's just he has raised hand and just dancing and singing Hari 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 Hari. Wife becomes very frightened. She thinks that some Hari Hari ghost has captured him. So she goes back to village and tells, please save my husband, save my husband. He's been haunted by ghost. He's been haunted by ghost. So all villagers come to see. All the villagers come to the river bank and then they see in the this uh, Dhobi was raising hand chanting, Hari Hari, Hari Hari, Hari Hari. And then there was one exorcist, very expert in removing ghost. He said, let me go and remove his Hari Hari ghost. So he came and touched. As soon as I touched, he also started raising hand and started chanting, Hari Hari, Hari Hari. Then other person touched. And whoever touched, they all started chanting Hari Hari. And because they're all in crowded place, practically thousands of people who had assembled there, everybody was raising hands and chanting Hari Hari, Hari Hari, Hari Hari. And Lord Chaitanya was seeing from the behind the trees, and he was in great ecstasy, to see this unfortunate people, ignorant people, sinful people, offensive. Everybody is delivered by these holy names. So this is great mercy of Mahaprabhu and Nityananda. They don't see any disqualifications, but they are still ready to give this Krishna prema. So we are so fortunate that Nitai Gauranga, Parama Karuna, they have descended to Newtown to bless all of us. So we may be unqualified, we may have our hearts may fill with uh, impurities. So there is no need to get depressed and uh, feel inferiority complex and feel miserable. In this Kali Yuga, people when they see they are unqualified, they are not able to do anything, they get depressed. So we may be disqualified, we may have so many inabilities, impurities, but seeing Nitayagana, we can get great hope. We may have unqualified, but our qualification is mercy of Nitai Gauranga. They are very merciful. They don't see disqualification, they don't see impurity. They just give their mercy in form of their service. So we should be very grateful to receive Nityanpu and Gaurang Mahaprabhu and serve them. So we are here uh, for their pleasure. So they are the Lord's, and we should try to please them. And if we try to please them, our lives will be successful. So we should, on the occasion of mm, Brahmotsav, we should think, what did I do yesterday to please Nitai Gauranga? What did I do last week to please Nitai Gauranga? What did I do last month to please Nitai Gauranga? What did I do last year to please Nitai Gauranga? We can also think, what can I do today to please Nitai Gauranga? What can I do tomorrow to please Nitai Gauranga? What can I do next week to please Nitai Gauranga? What can I do next month to please Nitai Gauranga? What I can do coming year so that I can please Nitai Gauranga. So whatever we are here, we are his servants, and we should always think about serving and pleasing them. And also, one should know that Nitai Gauranga loves his servants very much. So we should also be very conscious and see how I can please his servants, his devotees. And also, one should know anyone who is doing any service to Nitai Gauranga is very dear to him. So we should be very careful to not offend anyone. And Nitai Gauranga doesn't see any mistakes and offenses and any faults. So we should also not see any faults in the devotees. And especially, we should know that any guest who are coming to temple, they are actually special guest of Nitai Gauranga, and we should very warmly receive them. We should not think ourselves to boss and treat with guests like they are some unwanted people. Rather, any guest come, we should be very honored and very happy to receive them, serve them, please them. And we should know if we serve all the guests who are coming and they are happy, Nitai Gauranga will be pleased with us and they will bless us. Similarly, we should know if we serve and treat Nitai Gauranga servants nicely, they will shower their mercy on us. One time, there's one devotee in one temple. Mm, He was coming for many years, almost more than 10 years. He was just coming, 10, 15 years. So one devotee who used to visit temple, senior devotee, time, he used to see every year he is there. Generally, first visit we see somebody new has come. Next visit we come, they see that they have started chanting 4 rounds. Next visit we come, generally we see he has one start 8 rounds. Next visit, 6 rounds. Afterwards we think, oh, he has become more active. Generally, year after year somebody comes, then we can see that same person is progressing and becoming more and more serious. And now he has taken so many responsibilities. No? So this senior devotee was saying that year after year he is coming to the temple and he's saying that same guest is coming and he's always guest only. He's not increasing his rounds, he's not increasing his commitment. What's the matter? So one time he met this devotee and said, my dear sir, I've been seeing you many years. You're coming, but I see that you are still guest only. You have not become a complete devotee and taken up Krishna consciousness very seriously and become part of the inner community. He said, my dear Prabhuji, what can I tell you? Because I have been coming here and watching everybody. And I have been watching how they're treating the guest and how they're treating each other. So I say that they treat to guest very nicely, but they treat each other very badly. So I'm very afraid to become one of them. So I just want to be guest because they treat guest very nicely. So this should not be the case. Yes, definitely we should treat guest very nicely, but we should treat each other even much better. Mm. We should. There should be such nice, loving relation between devotees that other people when they come, they say, I also want to be part of them." So on this Brahmotsav, we should uh, pray to Nitai Gauranga that we can serve their servants very lovingly, mm, very humbly, nicely, and we can pray that we can receive every guest that comes to temple very nicely, so that they also receive the mercy of Nitai Gauranga and want to practice Krishna consciousness nicely. Also, whatever wonderful thing happens, one should understand that it's happening by arrangement of Nitai Gauranga. Like yesterday, Niman was talking. mm, what is the vision of a devotee? Many wonderful things will happen. Devotee thinks, the devotee is able to see the hand of Nitai Gauranga. So anything wonderful things are happening, we should understand they are happening by arrangements of Nitai Gauranga. And all glories to Nitai Gauranga. All glories to his servants. Uh, and no glories to me. One should not be hankering for glories. And rather one should feel fortunate. Somehow or other, Nitai Gauranga is still accepting me. Somehow or other, they are still allowing me to be at their lotus feet. They are not kicked me away. Though I am so offensive, though I am so uncolored, though I do so many mistakes, still Nitai Gauranga are so merciful. They are still keeping me in their service. So one should feel very fortunate. Mm. Mm. And anything challenging happens, one should arrange the challenges, these problems, these difficulties. They are personally arranged by Nitai Gauranga for my purification, for my good. Mm. So one should have that faith that these things are not happening by chance. Any problems, challenges, they're not coming by. They are arrangements of Nitai Gauranga because they love us. They want to purify us, and they are arranging exactly what we need. So we can have that faith and have that patience and continue devotional service more and more enthusiastically year after year. So on this day of Brahmotsav, we can thank them and seek forgiveness from them, and also pray that we can be engaged in their loving devotional service uh, day after day, month after month, year after year, whole life. And we can always dedicate our body, words, and mind in their service. Shri Srinitai Gauranga ki, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And actually, we are very grateful, honestly speaking, in 2022 when the teachings. Actually, there was discussion of details from 2020, but personally, I was not very keen about having them here. And also, other devotees were also doubtful, you know, are we ready to serve them or do we have facilities to serve them, maybe, But our Purushottam Prabhu was very enthusiastic. He built this temple hall and then he was very much, Actually, Radhanan Maharaj also wanted Nitai Gauranga in Calcutta. He was saying in our Albert Road temple there is only Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and Prabhupada established Nityan Prabhu. And this area is actually Nityan Prabhu's area. Adi Saptagram, Panihati, all this is Mahaprabhu gave Nityan Prabhu the Bengal preaching. So Radhanan Maharaj also was wanting that we should have Nityananda Prabhu. Uh, so earlier he wanted to establish Nityan Prabhu in Albert Road, but then there were discussion that we should have here Nityan Prabhu. So at the same time, so though Radhanan Maharaj was also saying that we should have Nitai Gauranga here, we are not ready whether we are sure that we'll be able to serve or not. But I remember Purushottam Prabhu was very, very enthusiastic and he said, Prabhu, we should have, don't worry, uh, I am there to help you in whatever service. And I remember by his push, then finally all the TC members also agreed. They said, yes, we can have, because everybody wanted in heart of heart, but we are worried about whether we'll be able to facilitate their service properly or not. And then we went to Jaipur and Sundar Prabhu from Pune came and he was very instrumental in taking us to write sculpture to make the form of Nitai Gauranga. Actually, earlier we were planning to have Nitai Gauranga like this. Then Premanjari Mataji, she was saying, no, we should have deities like this and different. There were a lot of discussion. Finally, this form was finalized, and then that pictures and all were given to that Stapati, and then he carved. And Sundar Prabhu worked very, very hard to fine tune the features. Uh, and then they were brought, and we are very blessed that by mercy of His Holiness Japadaka Swami Maharaj, His own Radhana Swami Maharaj, Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj, and many senior Vaishnavas, uh, finally Nitai Gauranga were established here, installed here. And I am so grateful that, uh, our Sri Ram Raghav Prabhu, Vrindavan Charity and devotees have been really very, very dedicated mm, in serving. And also, I see Prem Swarup Prabhu, our Shintai Prabhu, and they personally take interest in seeing that service of Nitai Gauranga is going nicely. And I am so happy to see that so many now congregation devotees are getting involved in the services. They are coming for cooking, Rajbhog, breakfast, also doing backups, dressing, and so many our congregation devotees are serving. So we see service of Nitai Gauranga is expanding, and many devotees are getting attached to the lotus feet. So it's very joyful to see that. And now uh, Nitai Gauranga is always trying to expand his domain, always trying to expand his. We say every time we are getting little more land, and now Krishna willing will have many more developments. So if we serve nicely, then Nitai Gauranga will also bless. They have come to engage us in their service and save us, Nitai Gauranga. Okay? So thank you very much. Shri Shri Nitai Gauranga ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai. Shri Shri Nitai Gauranga Brahmotsav ki jai, Ramananda Disappearance Day ki jai. Go Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.